Hello everyone, my name is Paul and welcome to my channel The Peculiar Paladin for yet another Game of Thrones review. And you're in the right channel if you want to see reviews for Game of Thrones or even any TV shows for that matter, or movies, or even reactions to trailers, or just random theory videos about different stuff that is happening in the world of TV shows. So thank you for tuning in, and today we are going to take a look at the episode 2 season 7 of Game of Thrones and what are the things that happened in the episode. I'm not obviously going to go into details for a lot of stuff, but I'll be letting you guys know about the important scenes that happened, and certain scenes I will showcase to you guys up here, you would see right now, and certain scenes would be shown in terms of pictures that you guys could understand. So without much further ado, let's just get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the start of the episode. The start of the episode, we would see Daenerys Targaryen and Tyrion Lannister would be planning on the attack and everything, and Lord Varys would walk into the place, and Daenerys Targaryen would start to accuse Lord Varys of being going behind the back and destroying whoever he is supporting. And you guys, if you're a advent fan of Game of Thrones, you would know that because he would always been switching sides whenever he feels they are wrong for the people. It's wrong for the people and everything. So this would happen, and this is the first time that I saw Daenerys Targaryen as a queen. Before you start on the going rage at the dislike button, just listen to my part of the story. I always thought Daenerys Targaryen was not fit to be a queen just because she would always easily get confused by her counselors, and she would never put a foot on the decisions. It's always been like, do we want to do this? Okay, all right, so stuff like that. But this time around in this episode, she would put a foot down and say, don't fuck around with me, Varys. Simple as that. To Lord Varys himself, right to his face. If you have a problem with me, just say to my face, don't go behind me and sabotage my kingdom. And he would be like, alright, you got it. You got a deal. Don't screw up the common people, and I won't screw around with you. So this scene showcased me like Daenerys Targaryen would be the perfect queen, 1,000 times better than Cersei Lannister can ever be. That's a good scene. Secondly, after that scene ended, Melisandre would walk into that place, after being exiled by Jon Snow. She would walk in and talk about prophecies that says that there's going to be a, obviously what she always says, that you are the right for the throne. But this time around, she would, tone it down. She would say, prophecies are something that is dangerous, and I don't know for sure, but you play an important role. So she would just succumb to that amount of a thing after what happened to her and the daughter of Stannis Baratheon. So after this, she would be like, Jon Snow is your ally. You have to go send a raven to him. You got to talk to him. And Tyrion Lannister would be like, okay, I trust that guy. I know that guy. Let me send a raven because you can trust him. If he's the king of the north, he will help you. And she will be like, okay, do that. And when the raven would reach, Jon Snow, he would be reading it with a quote from Tyrion Lannister when they would first meet. And Jon Snow would be like, in 2 months, whether to react to that letter or whether to go there directly. But then he would have a brainstorm where what kills the dead guys? Fire. And who has fire? And what breathes fire? Dragons. So they would be like, okay, let's give it a chance. Whether it might or it might not work out, but let's see. And that revelation would be shown here. Let's see.
Of course, the casual mention of a Dothraki horde, a legion of Unsullied and 3 dragons. A bit less charming. What? Fire kills whites, you told me. What breathes fire?
Not a bad point, right? Showcasing that dragon breathes fire. That's a big discovery, let me tell you. So the next thing that would happen in the show is Cersei Lannister asking other sort of heads in the Seven Kingdoms for help. Obviously, she would not have that much kind of help, but she would start the sentence with the Mad King's daughter. Now, this pisses me off like you wouldn't imagine, because when I saw that episode, I was like controlling my anger, because she would say it like 2 or 3 times to just make people remember that she is like the cruel one. Daenerys is like a cruel one, but she is the one that used the Mad King's idea of burning people and literally burned them, not just the ones that were against her. every common day people was affected as well. The buildings were affected as well, and so she has the nerve to sit on the throne and talk about other people and like they are mad while she's the one that's mad. But let's just see the scene.
She'll destroy the realm as we know it. Some of you are bannermen of House Tyrell, but House Tyrell is in open rebellion against the crown.
Oh no, right? Huh? So angry. But Jaime Lannister would be the one that would go behind these people and then say, okay, we need your help. Don't let, kind of like trash come into a place and battle it out like the Dothrakis or Unsullied even. Don't do that. And they will be like, let me see what I can do, because they will be obviously not scared but disgusted of the Lannisters and especially Cersei, not Jaime. So that might be a clue to saying that Jaime Lannister would be the Queenslayer for one last time. I don't know. Hey, let's just see. And the next thing we would be showcased is Sam actually treating Jorah. Not treating him, but just saying like the disease would have gone advanced level and let's just let him get rid of it. Let's just get rid of him himself. But he would be given a chance. Jorah would be given a day extra and he would be writing to Daenerys, and Sam would be like, you know what? This is an experimental part of it and I don't want you to go from this with the disease. I'll cure it. I'll dare for you. And then he'll be doing it with the bottle of rum for, And would it work out? I don't know. Let's see in the next episode. They would be abruptly putting a cut there. With him, Jorah being shouting at the highest of his voice So next scene would be the coolest scene that I have ever seen in Game of Thrones. I'm not lying. Qyburn would take Cersei Lannister to a dungeon-like place in the King's Landing, and he would be showcasing that already there was a dragon attack before this, obviously. The Targaryens won with 3 dragons, and he would be saying like, dragons are not invincible. They are strong, but they are destructible as well. And then he would take Cersei Lannister to, a strong ballista right there, and he would gladly ask her to press the button that would shoot the arrow, and it would pierce through the eyes of a dragon bone. Now that's something to look forward to in this battle that's going to happen soon. So let's just look at the scene, okay? I feel so happy, man. I just feel like a kid in a candy store. The next thing that I want to talk about is the war scene where Tyrion Lannister and Daenerys Targaryen would be planning the war. Everyone would be skeptical at first, but then Tyrion Lannister would say the actual plan that they would have come up with. Like, not foreign armies invading the King's Landing, where proving Cersei's point, but the armies that they are gathered from their allies would be attacking it, and the Unsullied would go to Castle Rock to take on the Lannisters' hometown, which would cripple the Lannisters' power. Now that's master plan, and I probably 100% think that Tyrion Lannister came up with that plan. 100%. Even though his entire savings is there, his entire growth of money is there, he wants that place to be gone, because if not, the Lannisters would not go out of power. So let's just watch that scene as well.
The Unsullied will have another objective. For decades, House Lannister has been the true power in Westeros, and the seat of that power is Casterly Rock. Grey Worm and the Unsullied will sail for the Rock and take it.
It's always nice to see Tyrion Lannister showcasing his power, talking about things. He's always the great guy, man. Even wearing his t-shirt. Don't forget who you are, the world will never will. And obviously we knew that the Unsullieds are going to Castle Rock. So Grey Worm and Missandei, the translator, will do it. There's no way around it. They will just do it because they can. And the next part will be important in the show, where Arya Stark would meet Hot Pie. If you don't know Hot Pie, he would be one of the travelers with Arya Stark, and he would kind of go away where he would find a place of a tavern where he can cook pies and then he can sell it. So he would meet Arya Stark after a while, and then Arya Stark would be saying like, I'm going south. Why would you do that? Because your brother has won the Battle of the Bastards and he's the King of the North. Why are you going south? She will be like, no, you're lying. why would I lie about that? And she will be like having a revelation, oh my god, this could have happened, and she would go north. And while she goes north, I already talked about this in a separate video, but when she would go north, she would meet up with a bunch of wolves, and the leader of the wolf would be Nymeria. And she would ask Nymeria to come with her to north, but she would just not attack Arya and then move on. And this, as a reason, this would have an impact from the first season, which you guys should watch in my separate video. I talked about that in length. So the next thing that would happen would also be important, because Jon Snow would gather the people for him to go to Dragonstone to meet Daenerys Targaryen. And before he does that, he would obviously turn to Sansa Stark and say, you are in charge till I have gone. She will be like, okay, have a safe trip, that's it. And he would go down to Catelyn Stark's tomb. He will be looking at it, and Lord Baelish would come on, and then that should be their first conversation. He would be like, we haven't been introduced properly, and then he would start to talk. Obviously it's bull crap. But this time I thought Jon Snow would know nothing, and then he would just go on with his life. But he surprised me as well in this episode. He would just grab Lord Baelish by his hands, and then he would put him on the wall, and then he would say, never mess with my sister. Don't you dare talk to my sister while I'm gone. If you do, I'll kill you myself. I was like, damn boy, Jon Snow did this in this episode. If you can believe, he did. And he would just walk away. Let's just watch that scene as well.
Touch my sister, and I'll kill you myself.
Damn. That's all I gotta say. So the last thing that would happen in the show is like, in this episode, is like after 15 minutes, this would be in a 15-minute action sequence where Euron Greyjoy would finally come to the picture, and we would know what his gift for Cersei would be. He would just come in, and remember the plan that they would put, Daenerys and Tyrion? Yeah, that plan would be, moving this army with the Greyjoy's Iron Fleet to King's Landing, surrounding King's Landing, all the capitals. But that wouldn't happen. Euron Greyjoy would intervene, and then he would kill everyone on the boat, and he would take his niece and a few other people as hostages or gifts for Cersei Lannister. Obviously, seeing this, our hero would would see this, and he would be scared of this all, kind of like a stress disorder, where his sister would ask him to help him, and Euron Greyjoy would be having the knife here, and given the fact that obviously she's a gift to Cersei, so he would not gonna kill her, but it's Euron Greyjoy, he's a cuckoo, so it might have happened, but he wouldn't even try to save her. He would just jump off the ship to live another day. I don't know why. But the episode would end there, and the promo is already out, which I will do on Sunday early morning. It will be up on my channel. Before you watch the episode, you kind of want to watch that, where I talk about what's going to happen in this episode, and I will do one review on Monday. This time around it kind of got screwed up because I didn't do the first episode thing, but this time around it's going to be clear and perfect. It will be coming on Monday. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Peculiar Paladin here, and if you like this content, please hit that like button. It really helps me out. Share the video with your friends and family, and obviously subscribe to my channel for everything that is movies and TV shows, kind of reviews, reactions, and fan theories, a lot of things that I will be talking on. And if you guys find it, if I missed something in this video, or if you have your own ideas about what I can do to improve my videos, please let me know in the comments down below. I obviously read them all, and I'll try to improve my skills. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.